going back to, the 90s when it first came to, when I came to Brazil, one of the things that has intrigued me, in fact, my old professor Fresno, I think, also noticed that he has this picture with you, graduate students. And, of course, you have many graduate students since then. But I think in that picture, it was, there was Fresno and you, and maybe 4 of your graduate students, and all of them were women. And I think ever since, well, not ever since, but we've been intrigued by the question of, why is it that it seems to me that you have more women graduate students than men graduate students. And one of the challenges in the U.S. is trying to get more women into science and engineering, and lots of speeches and articles, papers have been written about that issue, and people have different views for the matter. For example, people say, if you go to middle school, young girls may be as good as the boys in mathematics, but then as soon as they leave middle school and get to junior high, things start changing, and it's no longer cool for girls to be doing mathematics and science, and the boys begin to dominate those subjects. So I don't know whether these are issues in Brazil or not, but you are an engineering scientist, and you got a first degree in chemical engineering, and you have all these young women doing PhD with you. What's your theory? What's your view? Or have you ever thought about whether, has it ever struck you, hey, how come I have so many women who are doing a PhD with me and fewer men? Is that an issue? Is that something that has attracted your interest at all? Is that
not really?
Yeah.
But I think that in the beginning, the fact was that my field attracted more students from chemical engineering, and then there are more women in chemical engineering.
In your university or in Brazil in general?
In my university, for sure. I cannot guarantee, but I would expect that in other places too, not only my university. Then, for instance, if I compare metallurgical engineering with chemical engineering, in chemical engineering, even when I was a student, there were more women than men, or at least 50-50, something like that. It was always even.
Is that right?
Yeah, or close to that. It doesn't happen in metallurgical engineering and other, like civil engineering and in other fields. Then I cannot explain why women are more attracted for chemical engineering.
You cannot explain it. Well, have you ever thought about it? Besides today, did you think about it yesterday or 2 months ago or 5 years ago?
I think they are attracted by chemistry. I cannot explain really, but I think they are attracted by chemistry, and in the men, they don't like chemistry. Usually the boys, they don't want to go to a field with a lot of chemistry. They think, for instance, when they go to metallurgical engineering, they won't have to learn chemistry. What's not true.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot of chemistry, at least in extractive metallurgy.
Yeah, well, in some ways, extractive metallurgy is a branch of chemical engineering.
And as I told you, the level of the students in chemical engineering is the second one in the university and very close to the medical school. Then it's very high in terms of the level of the students.
So that in terms of the students, the top group will be the medical school.
And then the second, very close to the medical school,
is chemical engineering students?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, you can go, you can check the statistics if you go to the site at UFMG.
Yeah.
Then you see by gender, in all the fields. Then may be interesting to.
So has anybody studied or looked for the reason why the women prefer the like chemistry?
Perhaps I don't know.
I mean, are people talking about this in your university?
No, we don't talk. I mean, I don't talk much about gender, the influence of gender. Then probably there are some people who say.
Why don't you talk about the influence of gender? You're a woman, aren't you a woman?
Yes.
I mean, it's not an issue. I mean, when you wake up in the morning, don't you tell yourself, "Hey, here am I, Virginia. I'm a woman, and I'm a full professor."
I am not insecure. Then I don't have to be expressing and reaffirming that every day.
No.
Then,
but
no,
I mean,
don't
you sometimes notice that you are in a gathering and they say, okay, let all the full professors stand here in engineering. And maybe
I am the only one.
Are you the only one? Are you the only full professor in engineering?
Yeah, in engineering school.
Well, how many professors? How many faculty members total in engineering?
Faculty members close to 300, I guess.
There are about 300 faculty members in your university in engineering.
Yeah.
And how many full professors are there? Do you know?
I can't tell you.
Okay, how many associate professors?
I can't tell you. Don't ask me the numbers.
Okay.
But you can go to the site.
Yeah.
Well, in principle, we are not supposed to have more than 20%
full professors.
Full professors.
Okay.
Then I would say that less than this would be the numbers, because many people retire.
Yeah. So 10% of this is 10 or 20%.
By law, 20%. Well, not
so that's
by
60,
law,
right? That would be 60.
That would be then.
So probably between 40 and 50, maybe between 30 and 50.
Yeah, 30. Let's
professors.
say. Yeah, probably between 30 and.
Okay. What about? Okay. So are you saying that the whole college you are the only woman full professor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the first one too.
In the
history of the engineering school. Yeah.
Well,
after
how old?
80 years. Well, the engineering school is celebrating this year the 100.
Yeah, but what if you
how do you call this? Centennial.
Centennial, yeah. This year.
Yeah, this year.
Huh. What is the big show? December or what? Or it's already taking place?
It's taking place. Huh. Yeah.
I mean, it's not over. It's still going on.
Yeah, it's taking place. The main festivity was in May.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's
so it's taking place. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, in the auditorium.
Yeah. So did they put you on a big pedestal and say, "Hey, we are celebrating our 100th anniversary, and this is our first woman full professor"?
Not at all.
Well, the few days that I'm here, do I meet the rector? If I meet the rector, I'm going to tell him.
Oh, but he is very kind to me.
I don't care if he's kind to you. They should make a postage stamp and put your picture on it.
I don't need that. That's why I don't need that.
But anyway, so in the background of metallurgical engineering materials, material science, right?
Material science.
Yeah. Okay, how many women professors in all ranks? You are 30.
Metallurgy?
Yeah, you are 30.
Metallurgical and materials engineering.
Yeah.
Now, used to be 30. Now we are only 22.
Okay, you are 22. How many are women? 5?
4.
The 4 of you are women.
4.
Okay, 4 are women. And I assume that there's a spectrum of ages, right? I mean, there's some who are very young, Who are
no,
just hired?
that's our problem now. We don't have very young faculty members. Then the range goes from 45 to, well,
above.
above.